Good evening, folks. Deauville Diaries. I'm just off to my mate Kevin's. Well, I'm off to Salisbury to watch Kevin's son Harry play rugby. First match this season. So a nice bimble out to Salisbury should be nice. It's Thursday, 23rd of August, 2018. It rained this morning, and yeah, looking forward to this. Quite a nice little jaunt. That's a bit better. It's very blowy today. It's supposed to be it's cooling down quite a lot, isn't it? It's sort of 19 degrees now. It's going to be 16 tomorrow, which is going to feel very autumnal, isn't it? Sunday is supposed to be very wet, so but luckily I'm working on Saturday, so that's not so bad. Today, this ride out, I mean it's about 6:30 now in the evening, so I will be able to test the headlight, see if it's any good. I've had a new one actually. When the other one broke, you might recall on the other videos, I changed it for this one. I found it in my shed knocking about, been in there a year or so, just bought it because I didn't have any idea what to do on my old CBR 600 conversion. Excuse me. So I bought 2 or 3 different headlights at one go and had this line in the back of the shed. So that's on there. Don't know what it's going to be like at night. But the day I found that the headlight was broken, I went straight online and bought another round one, which is turned up. And it's got LEDs each side. Let's do a left here, Shoulderton. There's a lovely straight road up here, and yeah, it's got LEDs each side, which is basically your side light, and it's got a standard H4, you know, high-low beam halogen light in it, which I like the old H4s. You can get uprated ones. This one's only a low wattage one, 30 watt, 35 watt for the high and low beam, low and high beam respectively. And I think the reason it's 30-35 is because the lens is only plastic, and if you get the higher wattage of the lamp, the hotter they get. So I have been running a 30-35. I bought one from China, funny enough, on one of my other old bikes, and it had the blue tint to it, which gave off a white light. And for only a 30 watt lamp, blimmin' heck, it was so white. It was silly. You didn't need a 55-60, or other people use the 100 watt ones, which are pretty illegal, I think, in this country. What a road! Look at this, beautiful. The only thing is, I'm out in the countryside, and you do get deer jumping out or running straight across. I had a near miss once going to Swindon. I was going up past, towards Savernake Forest. I don't know if those of you that know that road, it's very straight, and there's a big dip goes down. I went down this dip one night, and this flipping deer literally cleared the road, and his back hooves just missed my helmet. That was an oh crikey, I was flipping heck, I was 18 I think then. Luckily I was on my CB100N at the time, and it wasn't going very fast, so you know, sort of 58-60 top end, especially down a hill. But this is a nice little ride to Salisbury from where I live, in the heart of Hampshire. I had oh, thanks guys for all the comments. about the bike and all the rest of it. Thank you very much. One guy's asked me about, because I am selling this bike. I am going to sell it. I'm going to regret it, I know I am, but at the end of the day, push comes to shove, if I, you know, I can make another one, can't I, you know? But one guy said, if you did sell it, you know, what sort of figure would you be looking at? Now, how do you put a figure on a custom bike? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I have spent many hours on this, getting it to what it is, and I have spent a few quid actually as well, what with the paint and the tyres and, you know, all the rest of it, and the restoration and the, you know, the caliper seals and all that kind of stuff. So there's a few bob in it, but what do you ask for it? I've got a figure in my head, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, let's change the subject before I burst into tears. This is a lovely road to Salisbury. This is the old Sarum back road going to the old airfield, which was busy during World War II. It now hosts, you know, private flyers on a Saturday and Sunday. A nice place to go if you like watching planes take off and land, you know, little planes. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so it's Harry Morse is playing rugby tonight. I think I'm right saying Kev said that it's his son's first game of the season. So when I watched him last season, yeah, I love it. I love rugby anyway, so it's always good to watch it live. He's come up through the junior ranks to where he's at now. He's only a young lad still, mind. That's it, 30 mile an hour, 50 kilometres an hour. Go on then, Mr. Car, round you go. Nothing behind us, bit of a lifesaver. So, just pottering along. This is Allington. I had some family members live down here up until about 5 years ago. They lived in that bungalow just there, right next to the pub. Fortunately, I think my uncle kept the place going. Oh, it's still going. Fair enough. Back up to 40. Yeah, it's a nice pleasant evening for riding. There is that slight nip in the air, but it's not too cold. I've got my summer gloves on still, my fat boys, and there's lots of air vents on, which is doing their job. And it's not uncomfortable at all. It's quite pleasant. Big difference, isn't there, between summer gloves and winter gloves? Always good to wear the right gear. Like I mentioned before on me on one of my other groups, on other videos, in the winter I don't have any heated grips or anything like that. It's just another complication, isn't it? It's unnecessary, you know. So I wear silk undergloves, which are just a thin pair of gloves you put on. They're made of silk, and pop your gloves on over the top. Job done. Yes, on a very, very long run you get slightly cold fingertips, but you know, what do you do? People I've spoken to that have heated gloves, they say, yeah, the palms of my hands get toasty, burning hot, and my fingertips still keep going. Well, they're going to, aren't they? Because they're in a, you know, they're an exposed part of your body. So, all right, we can get up to 50 now, which is 80 kilometres. Mint sauce. Meh. Doesn't say rain tonight, so I haven't got my full wet leggings and stuff on. Lovely jubbly. I'm adopting the lean the bike and set up right position to see around these tightish corners. I saw a guy get well, it was a fatality actually in oh god, we were on our way well, I was on my way on my bike, on my way home actually on my bike, and from Derbyshire, just past Chatsworth, the very famous Chatsworth House, and there's a real twisty one. There's a hill called 13 Bends. Some of you might be familiar with that area, for sort of Matlock Way kind of thing. And this one guy came up there, and he was giving it, leaning over. They were two up actually, two abreast, and he went round a right-hander, and obviously the guy nearest the white line was giving it a bit of beans and leaning over. An Audi came round the corner, a white Audi, slightly on the line, but just took this guy straight out, and he passed away sadly. I actually saw that. Well, I had to ride past whilst everyone was trying to save this fella's life. Yeah, not good. That's why I use that stance on roads like this. So, you know, for a right turn, you get on the left-hand side, lean the bike in, keep upright. You can see further around the corner, and you know, for a left-hander, try, you know, get obviously over to the line a little bit. You can see further enough around the left-hand bend, and if there's a car coming the other way, you can see it clearly enough in time to get away from that white line. I think the car in front of me keeps looking in his mirror thinking, what's he keep signalling for? Oh, we're approaching Old Sarum now on the outskirts of Salisbury. I think I know where the rugby pitch is here. The last time I watched young Harry was at Andover. Oh, got a nod then. That's nice. I'm busy yakking away, so I forget sometimes. Old Sarum, look. Lots of livestock in these here parts. I'm right in saying now I'm in Wiltshire. Gone over the border. Salisbury obviously in Wiltshire. Shall I, shan't I? No, I don't think I will. I'm not a chancer. I've not got a sports bike between my legs. Obviously we've got turn-ins here and farm turn-ins. Here comes a tractor now, look, you see. It's just not worth it, is it? Just not worth it. And what you find with oncoming traffic with a tractor there, you got some person trying to get around that tractor pretty sharpish. So before you know it, you've got 2 or 3 cars coming at you. I might have a go at passing in a minute. There's a bit of a straight up ahead. Yeah, I can see quite a way there. Let's get past these cars. Where we're going, that wasn't too difficult. I could see well ahead what's going on. It's doing 60 now, and they're way behind. That cloud looks a bit menacing. Another tractor. You are. So yeah, should be a good game today. Good game of rugger. Not like that Nancy game of football where they kick a bag of wind around and they fall over and oh my god, my eyelash, oh no, what's happened? Oh, I've been poleaxed. What a load of rot, isn't it? Come on, lights, you know you want to. Well, this is Old Sarum on the left hand side. There are a few entrances to the airfield. There you go, thank you. I was going to go to Southampton bike night tonight. I usually go there with Kev and Andy. Kev said, oh, it's rugby tonight. So I said, fair enough, let's do rugby. Because you go to the bike night, you park your bike up, it's great, everyone has a chat and a natter. But it can get a little bit samey if you do it every week in, week out, which I don't. I've not done it for a while actually, but not missing the opportunity to go and see a game of rugby. Sarum Business Park. We're nearly there now, to be honest. It's not too far of a jaunt, is it? Look at this axe at the old, is that Bronze Age? Just Bronze Age axe head, isn't it? Obviously it's a replica. Come on. They weren't that big and strong, were they? It's a little bit bumpy along here, flipping out. It's the old Sarum airfield, used during the war and been used ever since. I think actually Sarum is the castle up on the hill, which we're going to go past. You can't see anything from the road. Where you all going, you lot? I don't. Ooh, some indicators, lovely. He says, just putting his on. Sub-castle, so sub meaning under. Or lower than. Looks like it was an old hill fort, doesn't it, sort of thing. It's like Danebury Ring, you can't see anything, it's just, I mean, from the air it's just a huge fort, a huge donut, if you like, you know, on a hill. It's, well, that's stuff like that, all the old history. What's it, 40 miles an hour, so we're almost there. On the kilometre side, that was the castle there on the right. And I think I'm right in saying that the rugby pitches are down there on the right hand side too. Down to 30. Just got to find it first. Salisbury Market. I thought I'd go down there, but that gate's shut. Or is it down there? Oops, just pressed the button. Salisbury Club site. Oh, Salisbury Rugby, great big green sign there. I pressed the blooming horn accidentally and that guy looked round. Salisbury Rugby. This way, I think. Yeah, there it is. Wonder if Kev's already there. And Harry. Not sure where to park, mind. Keep off the grass. Will do. Park up on this plinth there. I'm sure nobody will mind. Just don't want my bike nicked, that's all. Steering lock on. Get over. Right guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go and watch a game of rugby. Take it easy.